Today I'm going to discuss the individual configuration files in Library. The global folder consists of ICFs. You're going to always have what I call the core 5 ICFs, and they're going to be fuel, sensor, system, idle, and spark. If one of these ICFs is missing from your global file, the engine's just not going to make any noise. You have additional ICFs such as trans control, water method, boost control, traction control, the advanced ICFs, and the custom IOs, and those are added ICFs that you can not only add but remove from files to suit your needs. Let's take a look at this in the software, and I'm going to show you guys how to manage and work with those individual configuration files. Managing our ICFs is pretty straightforward and simple. If we look at the top of our software screen at the toolbar, we'll see our core 5 ICFs for fuel, sensor, system, idle, and spark. In this example, I have 3 additional ICFs loaded for custom inputs and outputs, boost control, and drive-by-wire. If I want to add an additional ICF, for example, transmission control, I would do so by simply going to Toolbox, Add Individual Config, and this will open up my individual configuration library. I can then select the ICF that I want to load. In this case, I'll load a transmission ICF by selecting the Transmission tab and picking from one of the available options. So I'm running a turbo. I'm going to go ahead and select the 4L ADE forced induction calibration because that'll work out pretty close with my 4L ADE. By double-clicking the option, you'll now see that I have a transmission ICF icon at the top of the screen. You may find you need to remove an ICF. One of the things that you'll always want to be conscientious of is what ICFs are loaded with the current global folder. If it's an ICF loaded that you're not going to utilize, it's a good practice to go ahead and remove it. An example of this drive-by-wire ICF, if I was going to utilize a cable-operated throttle body and not a drive-by-wire electronic throttle body, this is going to cause me some issues when I try to do a TPS auto set, as this ICF being present will cause it to fail. To remove an ICF, you can do so by simply going back to Toolbox, go down to Remove Individual Config, and then come across and select the ICF that you want to remove. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the drive-by-wire ICF. As you can see, it is no longer present. When you're adding or removing ICFs, you need to have a thorough understanding of what they do and how it can impact your operation of your vehicle with your current global folder. The advanced ICF option is one of those in particular. Before you do anything in advanced ICF, you need to fully read and understand this warning. If you don't agree with it and you don't have a 100% understanding of what you're intending to do within the advanced ICF, you don't want to hit OK. At that point, you want to go ahead and hit cancel. If you want to export modified individual configuration files back to the ICF library, you can do this by selecting File, Export Gf2 Library of Icfs. You can then select the ICF that you want to export and label it accordingly. I'm going to label a couple of these as A and hit OK. Then if you were to view the Library of Icfs, go back into Add Individual Config, and you open the file, you can now see that A would have been an available option for a fuel ICF. For more Holley EFI tech tips and videos, go to Holley.com.